Hello YouTube, it's Kelly, aka Kelisgruvbak. I'm coming to you with my 2-week, 2-day post-op. I normally do them on Tuesdays, but my doctor's appointment was on Wednesday, so I just decided to do it today. Okay, so I went to the doctor's, and I'll get my weigh-ins first. The day of surgery, well, let's start with this. Today's weight, I was 269. Now, I was 305 when I started my pre-op diet just 2 weeks before surgery. So that means I've lost 35 pounds in 4 weeks. And I was 290 the day of surgery, so that means I lost 21 pounds in 2 weeks, in 2 days. So I'm really excited about that. The other big exciting news was that today we went to the dietitian and found out what we could have for our next meal plan. And in a nutshell, we could do baby foods, third stage. I don't know who out there has done them, but that does not sound appetizing to me at all. They did mention that we could do our own meats as long as we puree them in like a blender, magic bullet, whatever you got, food processor. So I'm going to probably do that instead of the baby foods. Okay, so we can have milk. Yay, I miss my milk. I wasn't even a big milk drinker, but when I couldn't have it, all of a sudden I wanted it. So milk, 1%, skim milk, or 0.5%, not the 2% or full vitamin D. So we can have milk, cottage cheese, low fat, 2% or 1%, small curd. We can have high protein hot cereals where you can put like milk and spray butter on them if you want, sweetener if you want. So that consists of, let's see, they say cocoa wheats, which I got some of that. Kashi high protein oatmeal or something. I didn't find any of that. I only went to one store, so it wasn't like I was looking too hard, but I know I'll come across it. I've seen it before. And the weight control Quaker oatmeal. So I'm excited about that. Tofu, I've never had it. They say it's high in protein and it tastes like whatever it's with. So I don't know. I've never had it. I'm gonna try it. Let me see what else. Of course, cream soups, sugar-free or fat-free, well, sugar-free pudding. They say in a box because they say you can add your protein powder and stuff to that. And here was a key that I didn't really know. I don't know if anyone else knows this or not, but they said you should always have dry powder milk. Like a tablespoon of that is like 3 grams of protein. So you can, just put a tablespoon in whatever you're eating, whether it's mashed potatoes. Oh, by the way, we can have mashed potatoes also. And mashed sweet potatoes. So that sounds good. But anyways, I guess you can put that dry milk in anything. The pudding, any of your protein shakes, just pretty much anything, and it just adds more protein. So for those of you who are struggling to get to the amount of protein that you need, there's a little cheat that you could do. Which I was kind of surprised at how expensive dry milk was. I mean, it was a big box, but it was like $12.99. And then they had a smaller 1-quart packets, and I can't remember. I think there was 10 packets, and that was $8. So I was like, gosh, I'd be having that forever, I'm sure. Let's see what else. Fruit. We can do fruit only in a protein shake, and it has to be blended. So I'm pretty sure that's maybe because they don't want anything chunky yet. So I will be on that diet. And I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's... Oh, and we can have saltine crackers. So like if you, are just sick of broth or soup, add a little bit of saltine crackers to that and get them soggy, and that makes it a little bit better because, I mean, we haven't been able to have bread in so long. Let's see what else. I'm trying to think. I should have had the paper right in front of me. I apologize. I bought a couple canned chicken. And because when she said we could puree our own meat, that doesn't sound real good to me either. But I went and kind of looked at the third stage baby foods, and it's pretty pureed. But she was explaining to us, like, if we wanted, we could do like ground turkey, put some taco seasoning on it, some salsa, you know, really have it tasting like a taco and puree it. And I figure if I can do that with some crackers, I mean, that's not really a taco. Like, there's no tortilla or no shell, but it's darn close enough. It's better than what I've been having. I mean, I've been on liquids for 2 weeks, so it doesn't sound like there's much to be excited about, but you have no idea how really excited I was. So I bought some canned chicken, I bought some ground turkey, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the tacos and see how that goes. I'm just going to really puree it up and throw in some couple, I mean, you know, I'm sure only a couple crackers will have me full. So, but of course the applesauce unsweetened, it's always good to have that. That keeps your palate, you know, nice and moist, and you can, you know, have some of that instead of drinking your water, because you're not supposed to drink with your solids 15 minutes before and 15 or 45 minutes after you eat. So I'm gonna try that. So yeah, that's really all I have. I'm sorry I kind of slacked on doing videos a little bit, but as you all know, it takes a lot of getting used to everything. You know, constantly taking sips of this and sips of that, and making sure you get your proteins in, and it was a lot more of a headache than I wanted it to be. My family also had the flu. Thank God I didn't get it. I'm knocking on wood right now. My husband actually tested positive at the emergency room for influenza A, so upon me trying to rest, there was also a lot to get done in the house. So on top of that, I also had to go back to the ER because if you recall on one of my last videos, I had some calamine lotion thinking I had a bug bite on my face. You can see it right here. And it ended up being a staph infection that they think I got from the hospital. So after many days of antibiotics, and by the way, I was perfectly fine on fluids, but I took those antibiotics and I was so nauseous. But they were like horse pills, capsules, so I couldn't break them. Yeah, that was awful. I'm glad that I'm done with them. But even after 5 days on the antibiotic, I had to go into the emergency room, and they finally had to cut it and drain it because I mean, my cheek was kind of, yeah, I don't know if I'm exaggerating, but it was pretty swollen. So needless to say, I didn't forget about anybody. I just had a really rough week off, which was supposed to be my week to relax. It wasn't too bad, but it was enough that I looked at the computer and thought, no way. On top of that, I had to get all my homework turned in because I also go to GRCC college, and you know, I had to make sure that I didn't get behind on any of my assignments because I wouldn't get credit for them. So I definitely had a busy week. I appreciate everybody's advice and comments. You know, it really helps to have the support system on YouTube and knowing that you guys have been through it and know what I'm going through. So it's really nice. Okay, so I've said probably 100 times again on this video. One of these days I'm just gonna, I don't know, change the word. It hasn't happened yet. But I think that's about it. 21 pounds in 2 weeks. I'll definitely take it. 35 pounds in the last 4 weeks. I'm more than excited about it. So I can't wait to keep it up and keep watching. Kelisgruvbak is coming your way. Have a great night.